There are a lot of discussions about who could be the next India captain. Well, Rohit Sharma made it clear that he only stood down from the fifth and final test of the Border-Gavaskar Trophy and he's here to stay. But then his current form does not really warrant a selection in the current India Test 11. So if the BCCI really decide to move on from Rohit, who could really be the next test skipper? It could be Jasprit Bumrah, Yashasvi Jaiswal, Shubman Gill, and obviously there are other options too. Now Sunil Gavaskar has made his pick as to who could be the next long-term India Test captain. And there are no surprises here. It is Jasprit Bumrah. Gavaskar said he will be the next man, the next captain of India. He really has got a very good air about him, the air of a leader, but not somebody who is going to put pressure on you. And if we just go by the important keywords here, let's just take a look at the last line, but not somebody who is going to put that extra pressure on you. Now Bumrah, he captained in 2 matches in the Border-Gavaskar Trophy, and overall he has captained India in a total of 3 matches. If we talk just about the BGT and specifically the Perth test, his pep talk with Mohammad Siraj did prove to be a difference, because Mohammad Siraj did return to some kind of form in the Border-Gavaskar Trophy. Well, remember, before the BGT, Siraj wasn't really in the best of his touches, but then the rub that Bumrah gave him, courtesy his own performance, did turn out to be good for Mohammad Siraj and to an extent for India also in the Australia series. From the broader perspective, India did not really do well, but then Siraj taking those wickets is a good sign for India going ahead, not just in white ball cricket but also red ball cricket too. Well, Gavaskar also had a few more things to say about Jasprit Bumrah. He said that in Australia, he guided the bowlers well. That was the example that was quoted of Mohammad Siraj. I think he was absolutely brilliant, and I really won't be surprised if he takes over very, very soon. And if we just go by the important keywords in this quote too, let's just take a look at the last line once again. I really won't be surprised if he takes over very, very soon. So maybe Gavaskar is expecting the BCCI to make that big call in no time now, because Rohit Sharma, well, as it was earlier said, that his current form does not really warrant a selection in the India Test 11. He may have made it clear that he's here to stay, he's not going anywhere, he wants to play more cricket for India, but then the way this Indian cricket team is shaping, specifically after the home series loss against New Zealand and also the BGT loss of 3-1 that they suffered at the hands of Australia, the Indian cricket team might just go through a massive transition ahead of the England series and away series that's going to begin in June of 2025. And that's where maybe if Jasprit Bumrah is fully fit, he could take over the reins from Rohit Sharma in cricket's long format for India. Now, what could really stop Jasprit Bumrah from becoming the next India leader? There's only one thing that can probably be there or prompted for discussion, and that's obviously his injury issues. Well, Bumrah has once again suffered a back issue. He suffered it in the 5th and final test of the BGT at the iconic SCG for that matter. And that's where there are still question marks whether Bumrah can lead India long term or not. Because if Bumrah is to play across formats, then India might just want to utilize Bumrah the bowler across formats rather than Bumrah the leader, because Bumrah the bowler is more crucial and more useful to India in comparison to Bumrah the leader. And as far as the other captaincy option goes, well, India can definitely try out Jaiswal, Gill, for that matter even Virat Kohli, but then the India number 4 in Test cricket, he will have to show some kind of form to return as a captain in the long format for the Indian cricket team. So what do you think about Gavaskar's comments on Bumrah, and do you really think that Bumrah should be the next India's Test captain? You can let us know your thoughts in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to Sports Today for all the exciting updates and analysis from the sporting world. Until then, on behalf of my producer Pawan, it's Siddharth Gulati saying goodbye.